It was a cold and stormy night when Luna decided to stay alone in her old family house. The storm howled outside and the wind blew so fiercely against the windows that they almost rattled. She sat in the living room, cradling a hot cup of tea, but her thoughts were elsewhere. In the previous nights she had heard strange noises that seemed to come from within the walls, but she tried to ignore them. As the clock struck 10, she heard a rustling in the hallway. The sound was clear and close, as if someone was moving. Her heart racing, she cautiously got up and walked to the hallway. The door was slightly ajar, and despite the overwhelming urge to turn back, she stepped outside. The hallway was dark and cold, with only the wind howling. Returning to the living room, she noticed that all the books had been knocked out of place. Suddenly, the lights went out, and the room collapsed into darkness. Luna grabbed her phone, but there was no signal. She heard a whisper that seemed to come directly from beside her ear. "Help me." She froze, feeling fear pushing her back as her eyes adjusted to the darkness. Determined to find some light, she headed to the kitchen. The refrigerator stood open, and when she peered inside, she found nothing but darkness. Just as she turned to go back, she heard the sound of the door slamming shut. Terrified, she ran to the living room, but there stood someone. A shadowy figure, its face hidden from view. "You can't get out," it whispered, and Luna felt the chill seep into her very being. Her heart raced and she tried to run, but every door she opened led her back to the same place. The room felt like a trap with no escape. Suddenly, the lights flickered back on, illuminating the room and revealing blood and grime on the walls. Luna screamed as she saw that everything around her had changed. The whispers turned into a cacophony of screams. "You can't escape." She dashed back to the kitchen, searching for something to defend herself with. There stood a mirror, and when she looked at her reflection, she saw her eyes were black and empty, as if someone else was inside her body. "Help me!" she screamed, but the only response was cold, sinister laughter. Luna realized this was not just fear. It was something far worse. A shadowy hand reached for her and she felt her energy draining away. Luna didn't know how to fight against the thing that haunted her. She ran, but in every direction she turned, there was only darkness and terror. She understood that what was pursuing her was not merely a nighttime fear, but something that had been with her all along. Something that wouldn't let her truly live. And now, in this terrifying night, she had only one question left. Could she survive, or would she be forever trapped in this darkness and horror from which there was no escape? Luna didn't realize her hands were already in the cold grip of death, and with each passing moment, she was drawn closer to an eternal sleep, from which there was no return.